Thank you very much. Very good morning. A warm welcome to ESCAP. I would like, first of all, to recognize the presence here of Mr. Kim Solomon, Secretary General of Humanitarian Affairs Asia, as well as Ms. Janice Leong, Regional Director of Humanitarian Affairs Asia, colleagues, eminent speakers, as well as delegates, dear students. It is indeed my pleasure to join you today at the opening of the 12th University Scholars Leadership Symposium, and I thank Humanitarian Affairs Asia for this invitation. I warmly welcome scholars and students to engage in academic discussions, which I understand all of you will do in the next 2 days, especially on pressing development challenges, including sustainable development issues that affect us all. So I would like to share with you, as further information, the development challenges that the region has been facing. I mean, especially the region of Asia Pacific. So the region is facing a confluence of multiple threats that transcend borders and generations, from the escalating climate crisis, climate change impact, as well as widening inequalities, to ongoing conflicts and growing polarization. I'm sure all of you have been following this, including the geopolitics and so on and so forth. If I may, I would like to refer the latest progress report of SDG of this year, SDG Sustainable Development Goals, which indicates that the region is facing challenges in achieving the SDGs before 2030, because that is the due time in which, if we continue at our current pace, then all these challenges, including the alarming regression in climate action, in particular, as well as inequalities that I alluded earlier. So with over 90 SDG indicators tied to the young generation, to all of you, they stand to lose the most if societies continue to backtrack on these commitments. And hence, I hope the next 2 days you will have time also to look at maybe not all 90 indicators, too many, but just a few of the most important ones. So when you decide later to do something impactful, then you may as well contribute to these indicators. More than 700 million young people, that is ages 15 to 24 years old, live in this region, 60% of whom live in low and lower middle income countries. Many of them face major challenges linked also, aside from all these development challenges, but also unfortunately to violence, poverty, inequality, migration, and shifting job markets exacerbated by climate change, as well as digital disruption. But on this digital issue, I think you should, or we should also see it as potentials. Of course, the risk is there, but again, I think if you, especially the younger generation, could benefit from this digital revolution rather than disruption, I think you will be much well off. These challenges widen both the participation gap, where young people are often excluded from decision making that directly affects their lives, and the opportunity gap, as evidenced by rising youth unemployment rates, especially in many countries. Despite these challenges, young people emerge as a dynamic force that drives economic, social, and environmental progress and meaningful political reforms. We are witnessing their active engagement in humanitarian efforts, environmental initiatives, and social and political movements that underscore their determination to make a difference. So these are really what are expected more and more of all of you, the young generation. As we chart the course for sustainable development, we need to recognize young people as equal partners and dedicate resources to protect, engage, and empower them, especially those in marginalized situations. Let me highlight a few priorities going forward to catalyze youth potential in realizing sustainable development. This is, I think, one of the core work, including here in ESCAP. Yeah? So first of all, we must empower young people, facilitating their meaningful engagement in policy-making and decision-making processes. Some progress has been made within the region, with governments putting in place national youth policies and mechanisms to facilitate more youth participation, which is good news. However, we can and should do more. In several countries, it is necessary to establish, for example, this is just one suggestion, to establish a solid structured approach to youth engagement and to provide youth organization with the necessary guidance and sufficient technical and financial support. Secondly, we must invest more in young people, ensuring their access to quality education and health services. We need to champion universal access to quality education, provide training, develop essential skills, this upskilling, reskilling, and adopt an approach to lifelong learning. Equally important is to strengthen national health system. This is from the healthcare or the health sector aspect, promote universal health coverage, and increase access to youth-friendly mental health, sexual and reproductive health services. A strong educational and health foundation will prepare them to become capable leaders, innovative thinkers, and effective problem solvers. And thirdly, the last point is that we must protect and promote the rights of young people through awareness raising, policy development, and capacity building. This involves a focused effort to ensure that young people can fully access and exercise their rights, from basic human rights to freedom of expression and assembly, as well as civic and political engagement. Again, why this is being underlined? Because this is not something taken for granted, and this is, we do not see in all societies or all countries. Achieving these priorities will require scaling up efforts and renewing commitment from governments and relevant stakeholders at all levels, coupled with concrete actions to create transformative changes for societies. As we embark on this symposium, I encourage you all to take full advantage of the learning opportunities, engage actively, share your thoughts, and be inspired by diverse perspectives around you, especially from the eminent speakers. With that, I wish you all a productive and very successful symposium. Thank you very much.